Okay, transfer window's done, pre-season's over, we're ready for our second season in the Serie A, and we're opening things off with a game against Napoli. I feel optimistic about this season. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Going Pro with me, D-Boy Plays. As I just said, I've just finished my transfer window and we're kicking things off with a game against Napoli, but we do need to talk about the additions that we've made in. I hunted long and wide for some decent players. We didn't have a lot of money. Managed to do some jiggery pokery, managed to sort some finance stuff out, got rid of, with a few people going out, we managed to acquire some pretty good players. Now, the Odin Thiago home transfer we know about because we got rid of Gelmer for 9 million, so we had home coming in. This is a compensation fee, but we signed these three guys on freeze. And they're kind of... first one we got in was Billy Cometio, French chap from Liverpool. This is going to be one of our centre-backs. I mean, for a 22-year-old, what I'm liking about these stats... for the position he's playing in, pretty much everything is yellow, which is good. Especially at 22, it means there's potential for it to get into those greens. I've changed my colour scheme, by the way, on those. But he looks like a decent centre back, and he's already played one game, and he was fine for us. And his pre-season, he's looked really, really good. These two are centre midfielders, CDM specifically, but can also play at centre back. So they feel a little bit like utility players, but they can definitely do a job. Ignore the down arrows. Both 26 years old. We've got Oriol Busquets. I didn't even check this, but any relation to Sergio? He is a fan of Barcelona, but it doesn't look like he's any relation to him whatsoever. But got him for a free from Portuguese side Aroca. And it looks pretty good. Get back onto his stats. Again, it looks pretty good in terms of the position we're playing him in. Everything's in the yellows, a bit of green in there as well, so that's not too bad. Should be a decent player, help us out a little bit. As a centre back, again, everything is in those boxes, so no massive complaints from me really as a player. Seems like he's going to do a decent job. And then we've got Ladislav Krejci. Apologies again if I'm pronouncing anything wrong. But again, yellows and everything. Obviously, his aggression isn't in the yellows. That's kind of a good thing always. His positioning maybe is slightly lower than we'd want, but everything's in the yellows. And if he does have a cover at centre-back, he's also all in the yellows, bar that aggression and positioning. But both of them look like really solid additions to a team. And this is how we're going to be lining up, especially for the first game. Things might be tweaked. But most of the team not really changed. If we jump over to the tactics screen... this is what we're working with. It's the same trio up front of Home, and Salcedo. And that's the exact same line. St. Luce, Palumbo, Diambo, Dina Rabimbe. Cumieto, he's jumping straight in. We put Krejci in there as well. Krejci might be. And Batera's going in there. But that doesn't mean that, obviously, Mbeso's not going to get game time. Macchioni might suffer a little bit, although he had a really, really good game. Which I'll get onto in a moment. Camiliano might not feature too much for us as well. But this is basically our team. All of these are youth players just to make up numbers. Because, again, we've struggled with bringing people in, recruiting and whatnot. But the team looks good. And I'm happy with how it goes. It's gone. If we jump onto the schedule, look at pre-season. All the friendlies, unbeaten. We drew with Austria Vienna. They're a good team, so totally fine with that. We had our first round of the Coppa Italia, absolutely thumped Salernitana. Really, really wish I was recording when that happened because that was a really, really nice game. Really, really good result. Completely dominant. For the first half, I don't think there was a highlight that wasn't ours. And then, a first half hat-trick for Noah Genie-Home, as we can see right there. Also, an amazing goal from Palumbo. I do want to show you that. But this was a really, really good start to the season. Really, really good, really, really good way for us to open things up. And I'm hoping that we can take something like this win. And I think the team is just about starting to gel into like a proper good squad. And hopefully it can become something great. But what a finish that is. What a finish. Like, if you ever played football, if you scored a goal like that, then you'd talk about it for the rest of your life. But as I say, we do have our game against Napoli. And that's what we're opening with. We're predicted to lose. We probably will. But we know how we do things here. We show the first game. I'm going to, then after we've done this, I'll play a bunch of the season and whatnot. But let's get into it. We're going in with that team I just mentioned. They are suggesting a couple of changes, like bringing in Busquets, and they want us to play Macchioni instead of Botera. I want to use Botera more. I want to get him match fit. I want to get him, I want to help him develop into that wonder kid he's supposed to be. And I think we're just going to jump into it. Yeah, Busquets, we will be featuring him. I just want to play a midfield that's played together before. I don't know how much that actually factors into things in Football Manager these days, but I do want to make sure I'm playing a team that is consistent with itself. And hopefully we can get a decent result here. Yeah, I mean, looking at their team, we're looking at the likes of Zielinski. He's a good player. Kvaratskhelia, I hope I've said that right. Ørstegård, big fan of Ørstegård. We had him on the West Brom beta save. Really, really good looking player. But, again, we know it's a hard team, but if we can kick things off to a good start, I'm confident that we can press on and have a decent second season, which is what we're looking for. Kicking things off, Diambo with a corner, finds home, and we go a goal up, and who scores? Cumietto scores on his debut in the league. 1-0 up after 5 minutes. We're at home as well, which is always nice for those moments to happen there. Good start. Oh, that was a bit of a calamity at the back for the keeper there, and well dived onto from Cumietto. Well read. What was I doing? I wanted to change this to the league. When you play cup games, I do find that annoying that this one automatically changes to that. This is on the Zealand skin, but that's me just moaning about nothing really. He's taken a bit of a knock. Pulled groin. Let's give it a minute, see how we go. Di Lorenzo throws it in. Cumietto clears. Can he find a teammate? Can a teammate win the ball back? Well won. There we go. Dina Rabimbe moving forward. He loses the ball though. Zielinski on the ball. He plays it back to Ørstegård. Di Lorenzo tackled by St. Luce. Well done. Played forward. Salcedo's in plenty of space there. I hope Noah wasn't offside then. That's a great effort. That's a great effort from him. Unlucky. Ball's cleared. Dina Rabimbe finds Noah though. Noah plays it back to Botera. Down the line to Dina Rabimbe. Can he find a teammate with a cross? Plays it to Noah. He plays it to Salcedo. Blocked by Ørstegård though. He is a good player. I will say that about Ørstegård. And I usually do try to pick him up in saves. Or I have this year at least. Kreshki. I'm going to say his name wrong a lot, just as a heads up as well. So hopefully someone can tell me how to pronounce it properly in the comments. Or I can, I'll have a Google. Ball played over the top. Osimhen doesn't quite get onto it. Salcedo can't find a teammate. Botera almost fouls. Good save. Really good save from Rizzo there. This is a good looking first half. We've been in control. Botera's not on a great rating, although it's just changed. Yeah, I mean, look, I know we're 45 minutes into our second season. I'm optimistic already. Like, I'm liking the way things... And I will say, I've not changed tactics. I haven't tweaked anything with the tactics. Everything has stayed exactly the same. Just think the players that we brought in maybe will help it a little bit. Again, probably way too early to call those things. I think I am going to take Diambo off. We're going to bring on Busquets. Give him his debut in the league. He has already played, but give him the debut in the league. Botera is worrying me. We'll keep an eye on him. If it stays around a 6.4, we will be taking him off. But Diambo is going to come off of Busquets. And let's get into this second half. Come on, lads. If we can drive for a second goal, I'll be really happy. Although it would be really pro Vercelli to open the campaign with a 1-0. Open the season with a 1-0 win. Let's make some more changes because I'm conscious of things now. Palumbo's looking pretty tired. St. Luce is on a booking. I'm definitely going to swap you out and we'll bring on Rui. Salcedo's not having the best game. Might take you out for Manquant. Botera's actually looking alright. I'm going to give Palumbo a little bit longer. We do still have Calvano I can bring on for him. Or I can push Ladislav. I'm going to call him Ladislav. It's easy. I'm going to call him the lad. Get the lad in midfield and bring on a centre-back. We can bring on a Beso or something like that. Hopefully these boys can come on, though. Keep the result intact. Maybe add to it. Help us maybe get a goal. Would be nice. One more goal. Can we hold on to things? Yeah, Palumbo is looking absolutely knackered out there. I think I am going to put Lad in midfield and bring on... Yeah, we'll bring on Mbaye. So I'll put Batera in the middle. Have I? Oh, yes, I've only done 2 stops. I was thinking, have I done 2 stops? It's because I did one at half-time. I'm always a bit nervous in these first games. I don't quite know how I want things to go out. We're doing well. Let's just stop panicking. I need to stop thinking. I'm overthinking things. Let's just get into this game. See it out. 10 minutes to go, pretty much. I'm not even going to say anything. Home looks like he's given everything. I mean, we'll bring on Della Morte just for the last few minutes. Probably won't make much difference. Are we going to be opening the campaign with a 1-0 win against Napoli? That's a huge result. Great work. Really pleased with that. Classic Pro Vercelli. 1-0 up. 1-0 win. Once again, you're seeing us win by 1 goal. Good. I'm happy with it. It's a great start to the season. I'm happy with it. Fine. Diambo, he's out for 5 to 6 days. That's not a problem. We've got, again, the biggest problem we had last season. I don't think we had like enough players to cover in those kind of areas. So having someone like Busquets that I can just chuck straight in really, really helps us out. But there we go. 1-0 win to start things. Wonderful stuff. Still only got 5,500 as a capacity. Are we looking into a new stadium, actually, just while I'm thinking about it? Have I seen something to do with the new stadium? I feel like they're building a new stadium, or they're trying to find one. Okay, fine. So that's a good thing. Hopefully we can get some more tickets. More ticket sales and stuff. What I am going to do now is, instead of coming back a bit sooner, I'm actually just going to play a chunk of the season. I think I'm going to get it down to... I'm looking at the Udinese and Empoli games, mainly because Udinese just got promoted, and... Empoli got promoted with us last season, I think. Or was it Lecce? I can't remember. I know Udinese has definitely been promoted this season, though. So what we're going to do is definitely come back for that. See how we get through this. We've got a lot of teams in there that are just going to be difficult. Like, this is a month of torture. Lazio, Milan, Juventus and Fiorentina. Not looking forward to it, but we'll see how we get on with it. And I'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back for the Udinese and Empoli games. See how we're doing on from there. And yeah, we'll check in with you then. That's the end of this episode, though. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, please give the video a like. And if you like what you've seen and you want to carry on with this Pro Vercelli journey, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Other than that, though, look after yourselves. I will see you in the next episode of Going Pro. Ciao, Bella.